I had this one friend who had so much potential. He looked so good naturally, but I could just tell something was off. He wasn't putting in the effort. He wasn't doing the things he was supposed to do to actually look better. And this kept him held back. Now, the thing is, I was that friend too. I never focused on myself, and I always wondered why people didn't treat me the way I wanted. I didn't get the girls I wanted. I didn't get the respect from the guys that I wanted to. And I was almost invisible when it came to social settings. And that was until I started focusing on habits that actually make you naturally more attractive. And when I say attractive, most people instantly think of girls, but that's not the way. I use the word attractive in a way to basically get anything you want easier in life. If you want to go viral on social media, looking good is going to make it easier. If you want to attract a girl or attract the friend group that you want, the look that you have makes a huge difference. And if you're wondering how I know this and why should I listen to this guy, well, when I started focusing on this, I gained over 3 million followers and I started making money literally from modeling. Now, the thing is, you might look at me and think this is an average guy, and you'd be right. So that makes it even crazier for someone like you who might be above average. See, as someone like me who was literally average, nothing special about me, I started taking pictures of myself for my own brand. And my pictures, I run ads on them and I make hundreds of thousands of dollars from pictures of my face. This is my brand right here, Simpletics. We're one of the top on Amazon. We're one of the top hair care brands online right now. And the most money doesn't even come from the videos, that sort of marketing or anything like that. It literally comes from pictures of my face where we put money and make money from putting ads on that. So you might not consider that a model, but it's undeniable proof that it works and that what I'm saying is true. Imagine if you could literally make money off of your face. And think about this, and I'm not saying this with ego, by the way. This is all coming from a place of just objective truth. Me saying this, I don't gain anything from telling you this other than the fact that I want you to understand how much it'll change your life because I'm trying to help you. What I say right now is literally just fact. It is not opinion. There's no emotion behind it. I'm telling you, I literally make money from my face. And it's because of the easy habits that I started. So literally any average guy, a few of these easy habits, not only would it change the way you look, but it could literally change your life, help you make more money, get in the relationships you want, get the girls, anything like that. It doesn't matter. And the first thing that I started doing is something I like to call the mirror reset. Anytime I walk past the mirror, I always check myself. I'm basically my own accountability partner where whenever I see myself, I basically look and I see if I'm doing the right things, if I have the right posture, if I'm standing up straight, if my shoulders are back, everything like this. But the thing is, it goes deeper than just normal posture. Something that I noticed that actually can make a huge difference, especially if you're younger and your teenage years, is actually your mouth posture. There's something called your mandibular projection that I've been learning about recently, which is actually this lower third of your face, your jaw area, and how much it goes out. This is actually an extremely strong indicator of how attractive you are. It's a health indicator. It's an indicator of essentially, should I date this person? Should I start a business with this person? And you would think looks aren't that important, but I'm telling you right now. Basically, by having the right mouth posture, breathing through your nose, and holding your tongue at the roof of your mouth like this, over time, if your face is still developing as a teenager, this will actually make you look better. It'll make your face develop in the proper way. And the thing is, if you start too late, you're basically a lost cause when it comes to developing your face. Am I saying that you can't improve at all? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But luckily, when I was about 16 years old, I noticed other family members in my family, they didn't have the same facial development as I did because I learned this. And whenever I would talk about it or look at it, people literally looked at me like I'm crazy. But I'm telling you, you're not crazy. If you do these things, you just care. Because deep down, everybody actually does care about this sort of thing, looking better, becoming attractive, aka just making your life easier. They just don't actually have any intention behind it. They know that they should, but they don't think about it and they don't talk about it, which is why you're ahead simply just by watching this video right now. But after I developed this attractive habit, my face literally developed completely different than it would if I never knew about it. So having proper mouth posture and standing up straight when you can, checking yourself in the mirror, is such an easy, simple habit to look better, especially as you're developing. The second thing I started doing is the 60-second face protocol. Every morning and night, you can do something to your face to make it age and look better over time. The main thing that I started focusing on is something called a mineral-based sunscreen tinted moisturizer. And it sounds like an insanely long thing, but there's a few things that this does. Number one, when you look at normal sunscreen, and I learned this when I was a lot younger, my parents were spraying sunscreen on me, right? Like, you know how it is. Anytime you go to the beach or the pool, I don't know if your parents are like mine, but they tell you sunscreen is good for you and everything like this. Now, the thing is, they're not wrong, but they kind of are at the same time. I was sitting there at the pool one day, and my grandma actually was spraying sunscreen all over my body and my face, and it got into my mouth and tasted disgusting. Even breathing in the sunscreen made me feel like, what, like, I breathed it in and it felt like I was literally like killing myself slowly. And the thing is, in most sunscreens, the ingredients are not good for you. There's carcinogens in the ingredients. There's toxic ingredients. So by using it, it's actually defeating the purpose of what your parents are putting it on you for. A lot of your parents are putting it on you because they're told that the sun can cause cancer, which is true. The sun can also cause aging in your face by destroying the collagen, the protein that actually builds up your skin. So wrinkles, lines, everything like that, it actually comes from the destruction of the collagen in your skin, which can come from the sun. Now, the issue is that you're using toxic ingredients to block the sun. It makes no sense. Somebody tell me how that makes any sense at all. So what I discovered is that mineral sunscreen is better. The difference between normal and mineral sunscreen is that mineral sunscreen is actually a layer of protection over your face, and it doesn't absorb into your skin. At least it's not supposed to, and it does a lot less than normal sunscreen, because anything you put on your skin to an extent will go into your skin. But the other sort of sunscreen like literally like chemically bonds to your skin. I'm talking about mineral sunscreen because it's essentially like adding a sheet over your face. Now, if you want to make it look better, getting a moisturizer that's also tinted, that's also an SPF sunscreen, it kills 3 birds with 1 stone. Ever since I started doing this, I noticed the aging on my face slow down. Everything on my face got smoother. I stopped getting acne, at least, and anytime I do get acne, you can't really see it. Now, the reason is because with mineral-based sunscreen, like I said, it's like putting a layer over your face. But to do it the right way, what you're actually doing is taking the mineral sunscreen, putting it on, and the tint inside of it actually makes you look tanner and evens out your skin tone. So by simply taking 60 seconds out of your day, you can make your acne look like it's not there. You can slow down your aging without the cancer-causing chemicals of normal sunscreen, and you can moisturize your face, which actually keeps you looking youthful, healthy, and gives you that sort of glass skin look. Tinted moisturizing sunscreen helped me so much, but something else that I also started doing is self-tanning with a lotion-based self-tanner. See, most guys are convinced against self-tanning, and a lot of times, even girls, when they do it, it looks weird. Like, have you ever seen a cheerleader where their hands are like literally brown from self-tanning? They simply do it wrong, and I find it very interesting that I was able to figure out a way that looks real and better as well. So here's why you should use lotion moisturizing self-tanner. So there's a few things. Once again, when it comes to the sun, whenever you actually tan, what's happening is your skin is reacting to damage from the sun. So the UV rays are coming, basically destroying your skin, and your body's like freaking out, trying to think of any way to prevent this from continuing to happen. So it overproduces melanin, aka your tan. Your tan is just an overproduction of melanin in your skin, and it's your skin trying to protect itself. So when you think about it, even if you wear sunscreen and you think that, oh, maybe I can tan while I wear sunscreen, you shouldn't be doing this. If you tan, that's literally a direct symbol. It's your body telling you, hey, I'm damaged. Stop doing this. But what you can do is self-tan. And the best part is by using a lotion-based moisturizing self-tanner, once again, it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Lack of moisture and dryness is bad for your skin. It's going to make you look older. It's going to cause damage. It's going to make your skin look uneven. So by using a moisturizing self-tanning lotion, what this is going to do is make you look tanner without the damage while making you look youthful, shiny, all that oiled up. It'll help you a lot. And this habit of literally applying those 2 things, I'm not talking about washing your face, literally nothing like that. For me, it wasn't even necessary. Literally a tinted sunscreen-based mineral moisturizer and self-tanning has made my skin look better than ever, but also it's a really easy routine. And the thing is, how much does your skin matter if you can't focus on your hair? See, growing up, I had this sort of like Justin Bieber bowl cut. You know the look. It literally doesn't even look like intentional. It's kind of like just a mop on your head. That's the hair I had for most of my life until I started looking into hair care, which eventually, by the way, once again, led me to releasing this brand that has done multiple 7 figures, over $1 million in the first year I've launched it, solely because of the way that I looked and the habits that I developed, and basically telling you guys about it so that you guys can do the same. We are literally #1 on Amazon, and it's because I learned about this. So if you're here, that's a good sign. But basically what I did is get a signature hairstyle. Now, why is this so important? So it all really started, and it's actually the reason I blew up on social media in the first place. Essentially what happened is I had that straight Justin Bieber bowl cut, and I decided I wanted to get a perm. So I made a video saying that I would get a perm if I got like a certain number of likes. It ended up getting like 7 million views, and it went completely viral. Now, when I got the perm, I looked so much better that from that day forward, I literally got viral videos back to back to back for years straight. And that's why I have over 3 million followers now. It's because I focused on my looks and improved it, and literally just became more attractive, if you want to call it that. Now, the thing is, the signature behind it was the look that I put together with the hairstyle. So by having this perm, it made me have that sort of surfer look. So I thought, what should I do to complement that? I got a surfer necklace, which I don't wear anymore. And I also got really tan, which, by the way, I wouldn't have done if I saw this video before, because I didn't know how bad it was. But by doing this, And by having a signature look, it gives you a level of status that you couldn't have otherwise. Now, just think about it like this. When you look a certain way and people categorize you as this thing, it actually sets you apart from the crowd because most people just imitate each other. Nobody has their own uniqueness, especially while they're still young. But for me, my own uniqueness is the fact that I didn't live anywhere near the beach, but I had that surfer boy look. And that gave me a level of attraction. It gave me more views on social media, and it helped me make a lot of money as well. And it also got me the girls that I wanted. I got my first ever girlfriend around the time of me focusing on this thing. So by having your signature hairstyle, it's essentially figuring out which one makes you look better. It sounds complicated, it sounds dumb, and it probably makes no sense. But this is actually the reason that I came out with these hair products. Because when it comes to hair products, it's all about the framing of your face. So when I got the perm, I thought that it looked good because I had curly hair, but that wasn't the answer. The reason it looked good is because my bowl cut stuck straight to my face and basically made me look chubby and rounded and everything. But when I got the perm, it made my face look more sculpted and angular. And even though I cut my perm off, you can see I have short hair now, I still leave hair on this upper corner of my head, and I style it with sea salt spray to go up because it helps with the frontal projection of my hair. That way from the side profile, it still looks good. And when you focus on these things, it's going to make you look better. It's that simple. It's really easy. So styling your hair, I would borderline say is more important than the haircut. I actually got this haircut recently and it looked horrible. Like horrible. You can go on my YouTube shorts. You can go look at the videos I made with it. It looked so bad. But now with the hairstyling products that I used, it looked way better. And having a hair signature and basically just styling it every day was such an easy habit to make me look better. And then that actually led me into the next thing that I started doing, which is around this time, I kind of had this like exponential growth period of my life where I went from being unattractive, not getting any attention, to going viral on social media, making over $10,000 a month, and attracting girls all at the same time. Can you imagine the mental high that I was on? Imagine going from being a literal nobody, somebody who gets 0 girls. I thought I was never going to get married. And I don't know about that, but the point is I thought I was never even going to get a girlfriend. I was literally dreaming about it, and I got to this point where I came to the conclusion, I'm fine if I never have a girlfriend, ever. It shouldn't be this way. If you focus on your looks, it will become a lot easier and you will attract what you want, including the other stuff, like I said, money, status, whatever. So essentially what I did is I started going to the gym, and anytime I went in the gym, and people are going to say this is cringy. If you think this is cringy and you would make fun of somebody for doing this, I want you to click off the video right now. This video is not for you. This video is for people who care, because by doing this stuff, I was made fun of in school. But it's like that with literally anything that you do. If you were trying to become more attractive, just think about it. People don't like to see other people win. It's that simple, especially when you're on the same level. People like to see you doing well, just not better than them. So when you focus on this and you have glow ups and you start becoming famous and you start making money, people don't like that. So even the cringy things that come along with that, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer. It's worth it. It's basically putting a down payment on the rest of your life. Think about it. When you buy a house, you have to put like $20,000 down. This is you putting a down payment on your life by focusing on this stuff while you're still young. So whenever I would go to the gym, and this is the cringy part, and I know it's going to sound cringy, but I'm telling you, it made a difference. I would stare at myself intently in the mirror as I was working out and essentially think to myself and make facial expressions that looked better. I basically would look at myself in the face and be like, what angles are good for me? What facial expressions look good on me? How should I smile? How should I do this? Nobody thinks about this stuff. The average guy will make fun of you for doing this. Why do you think they're average? Exactly. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you do these things, you're doing something and you're training something that nobody thinks of called facial expression control. By developing good facial expression control, you will come off as a better person. You can come off basically however you want to anyone. Just expect it like this. If you're an average guy who has no facial control, when you go into a room and a girl is making a joke and you happen to like this girl or something, you're going to laugh at everything she says. You're going to be making dumb facial expressions and the girl is not going to like you. It sounds crazy. I sound like a psychopath right now, but I'm telling you from experience, that is what happens. If you want to attract a girl, you need to be serious at times, and you need to be, what I like to say is, just calm. It's that simple. Now, the thing is, until you focus on facial expression control, you will subconsciously do the things that I just said. You'll make the dumb faces. You'll look dumb. You're not going to look like somebody who carries themselves in a good way. You're going to look like a goofball, and that's how you get landed in the little brother category or the weird category for girls. Same thing applies to business. If somebody is at a business meeting and you're trying to make a deal, you're trying to make money, work with a person, why would you be laughing and giggling all the time? They're going to think, okay, this person's not serious. So if you don't develop this habit of essentially controlling your facial expressions, you're not going to be taken serious by anyone, period. So when I go to the gym, I look at myself in the face and I think of the facial expressions that can help me look better. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you would make fun of somebody for doing that, click off, please. Once again, you're not the type of person I want watching my video. And now for the fifth most simple habit that I developed that helped me look so much better. It's the one color rule. You could spend hours and hours and hours and hours developing a style routine, which I actually do recommend, but it takes time, effort, and experience. You don't just develop a style overnight. So the simple rule of thumb and the good habit that can literally make you look like a model is wearing monotoned single color clothes. Right now, look at what I'm wearing. All black. Why do you do this? Number one, it makes you look taller. If I were to wear a white shirt and black pants, it would make you look shorter. It's basically an illusion. And you can create the same illusion to make yourself look taller when wearing the same colors. So wearing all black, wearing all gray, wearing whatever with some accents. And the way I see style is it's something you can build into. So starting simple is one of the easiest ways. So if you're somebody with no style, no joke, going from no style to wearing single color outfits will literally upgrade your style by about 3 or 4 points instantly. Is it going to get to that max level where people see you and they're like, this guy got it going on? No, not really. It's not. But doing this habit of basically just wearing simple colors will make you at least look put together. And then over time, you can develop the style more and more to the point where you actually look good. So by doing these 5 things, I kid you not, it changed my life. I make 7-figure businesses. I have over 3 million followers on social media. I'm building a community of young, like-minded guys who are all like me. I basically have the life I've always wanted, and it started out with improving my looks. It sounds shallow, but it's not. I'm saying this out of a place of love, not out of a place of hate. I'm saying it because I want to help you. I am here to get you from point A to point B, skipping the fluff. That's literally the whole point. So if this helped you, go in the description. I have a free newsletter where I basically send out emails once a week or sometimes twice a week, giving you tips like this, except it's written. You can basically read them, act on it, and it can improve your life. That simple. If you would let a Snapchat notification, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube notification, whatever the case may be, distract you, but you're not willing to get an email that can improve your life, I don't know. I can't really help you at that point. It is completely free. You don't pay anything. You just put your email, get it in your email. Wouldn't you rather that than having some brain rot dopamine-filled thing? Because I know I would, but that, and then you can also get Simpletics linked in my description. Like I said, we are Amazon's choice on Amazon, literally the highest rated. So if you go on there, Amazon will literally have a tag next to our thing saying Amazon's choice. If you want hair products, highly recommend. Thank you for watching.